Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I am going to talk about The Gravity of Us by Phil Stamper. This one is being released on the 4th of February. So the first time I heard about Phil Stamper was when he found the people who cheated themselves onto the New York Times bestseller list, and I thought he seemed funny, so I followed him on Twitter, and then a few months later, I don't remember exactly the amount of time that went by, he announced his book deal, and I read that he was going to release his books with queer own voices, representation, and I was just like, yes, whatever it is, give it to me. It wasn't until a few months later I actually do it in a video on my channel where I actually read a synopsis of the book, and it just seemed even more interesting. And then I already had an arc and everything, which I got from my friend Justine, and I was like so excited for this. I've been excited for this for a long while. This one follows Cal, who lives in New York. His father has applied for this astronaut program thing where they're gonna take people to Mars, and he gets in and they have to move down to Texas, and Cal has to leave his best friend and his life in New York. He also does these videos on this app called the Flash video app, I believe. I don't think it's real, but he uses it to quite a big following and does like news that are quite real, coming from a normal guy, and he's quite popular and has a couple of 100,000 followers. And as I said, he needs to move down to Houston, Texas, and he's not happy about this, to change his whole life for his father's whims, as he calls them. And there he also meets one of the other astronauts' sons, which is Leon, and they get a thing quite rapidly. And for NASA to get the budget they needed to fly to Mars, they also on this network called Star Wars, where they have this own program there, and that program focuses a lot on like the drama and stuff, not like the real intentions and the real thought and feelings and the things going on actually for NASA to go to Mars. So it's very like reality TV, negative loaded, and Cal is thrown into this. So we have all these things going on with people going to Mars and NASA struggling with its budget, and also like the whole Star Wars wanting to create drama, and also him and Leon, and also like the troubles at home with his parents fighting a lot because of his father's choices to go move like the whole family down there. Also Cal's mother has a lot of anxiety, especially like in crowds, and especially with all the cameras on them because of the TV program. So there's lots of things going on in this book, and I would say it has a lot of heart. The writing can at times be very, very beautiful, and it makes you feel a lot of nice things. Like I would compare it, for example, to Adam Silvera's pretty emotional way of writing, and I really like that. I like the moments that we got, and just a way of life, but a way of a very special life we have in this. Cal is a very interesting and nice character to follow. I just love his personality and how he dealt with things, and how he realizes that Texas might not be so bad after all, and I really, really liked all these parts. However, I do feel like sometimes the story didn't flow as well as I wanted it to. There are all these parts, and then at one point it's where we focus on one part, and then it suddenly takes up another part. So it feels like almost sometimes like there's a checklist, and there's like, we need to mention these things because it's been here before, so we need to mention it a bit here, and then oh no, we need to close off this thing. And I know like that's how a story works. You need to have all these elements, and of course you can't just forget about them. It wasn't a nice flow of all these things. It felt very like jolted, and now we're gonna focus on this, and now we're gonna focus on this. Leon also, for example, has depression, and this is also handled very sensitive and nicely. So there's lots of different characters struggling with lots of different things, and it's all put together. And there's this whole battle between reality TV and like what kind of news and kind of videos that Cal makes, and how his is much more real and to the heart, and like from real people, instead of just making it for dramas and views. And I like that distinction, because it is definitely something that the world has today. Not that I watch like reality at all, but like from what I watched before when I used to watch TV, I can definitely see that. It feels a lot of the time very theatrical and not real and at all, and I would much prefer watching someone like Cal than actually watching this TV show that's is fictional here. Also, the whole idea of going to Mars, I of course don't know how much that will affect our planet and our lives, because, you know, I'm not a expert or a science person at all, but I can see it's definitely a big step for humanity when it actually does happen, you know, unless we all die before that. But I just like the whole approach to it. I like things about space, even though space scares me a lot, but I like just talking about it and having a book focused on it. I didn't know it was going to be focused on that, and I'm just so happy it was. But it's just about so much more than that. It's about family and love and friendship, and also, you know, the dramas and ups and downs of life, which is very contemporary, of course. Really, I just wish the story flowed better. I also wish it was a bit longer so more things could have been explored deeper, but also it's just a nice story, and I would not say at all that it disappointed me. It gave not what I expected, because it was a bit surprising in some aspects, but definitely it didn't disappoint at all. It was cute and beautiful as I wanted it to be. I just wish that the story made me care about the storylines more, not necessarily just the storylines, but the things that were happening more, because sometimes, as I said, I've just felt a bit distant from them, and I just felt like when these big moments were happening, I didn't really feel anything. Not because I didn't care about the characters, but I guess just how the story was approached. And as I said, I just wanted a bit more explored and flowing a bit better. I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars, and I would definitely recommend it. It is a very nice contemporary that I think a lot of people will enjoy, and I enjoyed it a lot. I wish it was more, but I'm excited to read anything that Phil Stamper comes out with next as well. And also, I really like the cover. It's very sweet. A witty and fun, cute contemporary is coming away the 4th of February, so stay tuned for that. And I will leave the Goodreads link down below as per usual, so you can read more about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like my review, and you will see me soon in a new video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.